Conceive accordingly the distinction, variation, and unity characteristic of the various manifestations of holiness, that thou mayest comprehend the allusions made by the Creator of all names and attributes to the mysteries of distinction and unity, and discover the answer to thy question as to why that everlasting beauty should have at sundry times called himself by different names and titles. O Son of Spirit, there is no peace for thee, save by renouncing thyself and turning unto me. For it behoveth thee to glory in my name, not in thine own, to put thy trust in me, and not in thyself, since I desire to be loved alone and above all that is. Praise be to thee, O Lord, my best beloved. Make me steadfast in thy cause, and grant that I may be reckoned among those who have not violated thy covenant, nor followed the gods of their own idle fancy. Enable me, then, to obtain a seat of truth in thy presence. Bestow upon me a token of thy mercy, and let me join with such of thy servants as shall have no fear, nor shall they be put to grief. Abandon me not to myself, O my Lord, nor deprive me of recognizing him who is the manifestation of thine own self, nor account me with such as have turned away from thy holy presence. Number me, O my God, with those who are privileged to fix their gaze upon thy beauty, and who take such delight therein, that they would not exchange a single moment thereof with the sovereignty of the kingdom of heavens and earth, or with the entire realm of creation. Have mercy on me, O Lord, in these days, when the peoples of thine earth have erred grievously. Supply me then, O my God, with that which is good and seemly in thine estimation. Thou art verily the all-powerful, the gracious, the bountiful, the ever-forgiving. The light that is shed from the heaven of bounty, and the benediction that shineth from the dawning place of the will of God, the Lord of the kingdom of names, rest upon him who is the supreme mediator, the most exalted pen, him whom God hath made the dawning place of his most excellent names, and the dayspring of his most exalted attributes. Through him the light of unity hath shone forth above the horizon of the world, and the law of oneness hath been revealed amidst the nations, who with radiant faces have turned towards the supreme horizon, and acknowledged that which the tongue of utterance hath spoken in the kingdom of his knowledge. Earth and heaven, glory and dominion are God's, the omnipotent, the almighty, the Lord of grace abounding. This is the day in which God's most excellent favors have been poured out upon men, the day in which his most mighty grace hath been infused into all created things. It is incumbent upon all the peoples of the world to reconcile their differences, and with perfect unity and peace abide beneath the shadow of the tree of his care and loving kindness. It behoveth them to cleave to whatsoever will in this day be conducive to the exaltation of their stations and to the promotion of their best interests. Happy are those whom the all-glorious pen was moved to remember, and blessed are those men whose names, by virtue of our inscrutable decree, we have preferred to conceal. O Son of Man, I loved thy creation, hence I created thee. Wherefore, do thou love me, that I may name thy name, and fill thy soul with the spirit of life. Fear ye God, and be not of them that have denied him. Withhold not yourselves from that which hath been revealed through his grace. Seize ye the living waters of immortality, in the name of your Lord, the Lord of all names, and drink ye in the remembrance of him who is the mighty, the peerless. Arise thou amongst men in the name of this all-compelling cause, and summon then the nations unto God, the mighty, the great. Be thou not of them who called upon God by one of his names, but who, when he who is the object of all names appeared, denied him, and turned aside from him, and in the end pronounced sentence against him with manifest injustice. Verily I say, the human soul is, in its essence, one of the signs of God, a mystery among his mysteries. It is one of the mighty signs of the Almighty, the harbinger that proclaimeth the reality of all the worlds of God. Within it lie concealed that which the world is now utterly incapable of apprehending. Ponder in thine heart the revelation of the soul of God that pervadeth all his laws, and contrast it with that base and appetitive nature that hath rebelled against him, that forbiddeth men to turn unto the Lord of names, and impelleth them to walk after their lusts and wickedness. Such a soul hath, in truth, wandered far in the path of error. O God, who art the author of all manifestations, the source of all sources, the fountainhead of all revelations, and the wellspring of all lights, I testify that by thy name the heaven of understanding hath been adorned, and the ocean of utterance hath surged, and the dispensations of thy providence have been promulgated unto the followers of all religions. All the embodiments of his names wander in the wilderness of search, athirst and eager to discover his essence, and all the manifestations of his attributes implore him from the Sinai of holiness to unravel his mystery. Take heed, lest the world beguile you, as it beguiled the people who went before you. Observe ye the statutes and precepts of your Lord, and walk ye in this way, which hath been laid out before you in righteousness and truth. They who eschew iniquity and error, who adhere to virtue, are in the sight of the one true God among the choicest of his creatures. Their names are extolled by the concourse of the realms above, and by those who dwell in this tabernacle which hath been raised in the name of God. O ye that pride yourselves on mortal riches, know ye in truth that wealth is a mighty barrier between the seeker and his desire, the lover and his beloved. The rich, but for a few, shall in no wise attain the court of his presence, nor enter the city of content and resignation. Well is it then with him who, being rich, is not hindered by his riches from the eternal kingdom, nor deprived by them of imperishable dominion. By the most great name, the splendor of such a wealthy man shall illuminate the dwellers of heaven, even as the sun enlightens the people of the earth. Know ye from what heights your Lord the All-Glorious is calling? Think ye that ye have recognized the pen wherewith your Lord, the Lord of all names, commandeth you? Nay, by my life, did ye but know it, ye would renounce the world, and would hasten with your whole hearts to the presence of the well-beloved. Your spirits would be so transported by his word as to throw into commotion the greater world. How much more this small and petty one? Thus have the showers of my bounty been poured down from the heaven of my loving kindness, as a token of my grace, that ye may be of the thankful.